Guys, look over there!
What is it? Oh my god!
Let's go see what's inside.
It's a box.
And it rattles.
It's the DVD! Let's go watch it!
Welcome back to The Melon Show. I'm Melon DeGeneres. Today we will be interviewing Maria Elizabeth Mary, Henry Edward Frederick, and Artie. So let's welcome our first guest, the lovely Maria Elizabeth Mary. Hello. It's so good to see you.
It's so good to be here.
So how are the kids?
I wouldn't know. My servant watches them. I think 2 died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, speaking of family, isn't your anniversary coming up? I saw a really nice picture of you and your husband the other day. How many years has it been?
Well, so I'm 25 now, and I've been married since I was 19. I've been married for about 6 years.
Oh, how is your husband?
I don't know. I don't really talk to him much. Our parents forced us into matrimony when I was a young girl because he was rich and I didn't have rights. So,
Well then, tell me more.
well, my fat husband was elected by the nobles to be a part of the government council that controls our town. He wanted to appoint himself as part of the oligarchy last year, but he was beat out by Donald Kagan, a clergyman, and Stalin, a banker. Oh, he disgusts me.
Well, on that note, it's always a pleasure. Our next guest is Henry Edward Frederick.
It's so great to be here.
Hi, Henry. It's always a pleasure having you here. Okay. So tell us about your life, Henry.
I'm a bourgeoisie.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a banker.
And where do you live?
I live in the town.
Lovely. So I've been hearing that y'all are the biggest consumers of goods. Is that true?
We are. That's why the middle class rules our society. We're the best. We've got merchants, traders, bankers, professionals. We got it all.
Well, anyway, so I've been hearing around that there's been a conflict between you and the upper class. Care to elaborate?
Oh, that's not really true. Us middle class are made out to be greedy. We're not trying to overthrow the upper class. We're just trying to solidify our own power as a middle class.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, those darn upperclassmen are spreading rumors about it. In reality, they're the ones that are lazy. We're hardworking and successful. We're the best.
Well, anyway, thanks for that, Henry. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Always a pleasure being here.
Please put your hands together for our next guest, Artie. Hey, Artie.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's a great pleasure.
So tell me about your life, Artie.
Well, most of my life is centered around my work in the neighborhood.
So tell us, walk us through your daily routine.
Well, I wake up in the morning and then I go to work for 8 hours. And then I come home and then I sleep and then the same thing the next day and then usually the same thing the days after that.
Oh, that's awful. Well, so there have been some rumors that y'all are quite the feisty bunch, starting lots of rebellions and riots.
Well, if the bread prices go up, we're not just going to sit back and do nothing. Those ruthless upperclassmen think that they can take us over and exert their sadistic power. Well, they're wrong. We're not just going to sit around and do nothing. We're going to fight for our rights.
Well, that sounds harsh.
It really isn't that bad, actually. We just usually direct our rebellions and riots towards property instead of people.
So, other than bread riots, are there any other riots that have been starting?
Well, last week there were some religious riots due to bigotry. It's disgusting, to be honest, and politics has been a problem with these riots.
So I heard about that. Elaborate.
Well, in Paris, the parliament deliberately tried to cause dispute between us and the monarchs. Everyone just wants power. It's disgusting.
Capitalistic ideals are just starting to come into attention. Stay gold, Artie boy. Stay gold.
Thanks, Day.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of The Melon Show. Stay tuned for next week where we will be featuring the lovely Kim Kardashian.